Hey, it's Dave again. Today we're going to talk about jerk chicken. The marinade is really easy to make and uses a lot of ingredients you probably already have in your pantry. This is my take on jerk chicken, so it's not super traditional. Basically, all you're going to do is dump all the ingredients in a blender, turn that blender on high, and let it go until everything is nice and smooth.
Ooh. That's good.
Give the sauce a taste and add some more salt if you think it needs it.
It's got a good amount of heat to it, but I don't think it's gonna be like ruin you heat.
This marinade definitely has some heat to it, but you can reduce the spiciness by removing the seeds from the peppers. Now let's just put the sauce away, clean up, and get ready to butcher our chicken. But first, maybe a little happy dance. To butcher this chicken, you'll need a nice big plastic cutting board set on something non-slip, like the shelf liner. A nice sharp boning knife, preferably something flexible. Obviously, a whole chicken. And you don't need this, but I like to use a sheet tray with a rack on it. Kitchen shears are also optional, but will prove very helpful later on. Start by grabbing the chicken by the wing flap and lifting it up off the board. Then cut through the skin and open up the joint. Then just cut through any remaining tendons. Then just repeat the same steps on the other side. Spin the chicken around so that the legs are facing you. Now we're just going to cut through the skin located between the leg and the breast. You should only be cutting through skin at this point. Once you've opened up the space between the leg and the breast, flip the bird over and dislocate the leg by pulling back on the leg towards the spine until you hear it pop. Then just do the same thing on the other side. Once you've dislocated the joints, you can start cutting off the legs. You want to start with the oyster using just the tip of your knife to scoop all the meat out of the little divot next to the spine. Once you've removed the oyster, just follow the backbone in order to remove the rest of the leg. Take your time and make sure you get as much meat as possible. The next step is to remove the spine. You can do this with a knife, but it's much easier with a pair of scissors. All you need to do with the scissors is cut down either side of the backbone. Once the spine is removed, I'll use the scissors to get rid of any excess flat meat or skin. Now we have to split the breast in half. Start by flipping the breast over and using your body weight to flatten it out. This should crack the keel bone and make the breast easier to separate. Flip the breast back over and use your knife to cut through the cartilage and meat. If you didn't break the keel bone in the first step, you may need to use some force and break it. Now all you should have to do is cut through any remaining muscle in the skin to separate the breasts. Oh yeah, don't forget about the wishbone. I'm going to leave the ribs and all the cartilage on the breast to protect the meat while it's cooking. Now put everything on a rack in a sheet tray and heavily salt both sides. Then generously cover both sides with the jerk marinade. I'm going to put this in the fridge for at least 6 hours to marinate. I would definitely recommend cooking your chicken with a combination of charcoal and wood. The smoky flavor from the wood is a big part of the flavor of jerk chicken. I'm going to start cooking the chicken by smoking it over indirect heat. Close the lid and maintain a temperature of around 350 degrees. Cook the chicken like this for 20 minutes or until it's about halfway done. After you smoke the chicken, generously coat both sides with the sauce and put it over direct heat. You want to keep flipping the chicken back and forth, reapplying sauce every time you flip it. We're trying to build a thick layer of deeply caramelized sauce. It should almost look burnt. This will give it a much more complex, interesting flavor. You can check the temperature with a thermometer, but I like to use this cake tester. Just insert the cake tester into the thickest part of the meat and check the temperature on your wrist. The cake tester should be very warm but not hot. If it burns you, you've overcooked the chicken. Once it's done, pull it off the grill and let it rest for a few minutes. I like to put one more coat of sauce and some herbs on the chicken after I've sliced it. I've got mint and basil in my garden, so that's what I'm going to use. I'm serving the chicken with rice, cucumber salad, roasted okra, and asparagus.